This audio continues the story from Queen's Desire. If you haven't heard the rest of the series yet, the links are below. And let's set the stage. In the past month, you, Verdia, rightful queen of this land, with Gavriel, former knight and half-dragon, have carefully executed your long-laid plans for your return to the throne, to liberate the people from a tyrannical rule. The people have responded well to your calls, and the pressure on the corrupt king mounts. And during this month, you and Gavriel have grown very close. The stoic guardian immediately softens in your presence, and it's clear he no longer holds any objections to your plans for making him your husband and king. Yet, while he warmly embraces and kisses you behind closed doors, he holds firm to his old knightly code of conduct, preserving your virtues. In the past days, the king has started making moves to brutally subjugate any dissenters. It became clear you needed to set the final phase of your plan into motion. Just hours ago, you asked Gavriel, as a dragon, to sack the family castle of the king, being merciful to the guards bound to protect whoever possesses the crown, but to be ruthless to those who have so cruelly ordered the mistreatment of the citizens. And now Gavriel returns, flying in low in the darkness, his eyes blazing, his wings heavy with a burden that cannot be seen. What was he forced to do? Oh, Verdia. Our month's planning has nearly come to fruition. The attack is done. Yes, the castle stands in partial ruin. The army and servants all fled. I smashed its walls, crushed its turrets, and the grand hall, along with the king's depraved family, was set alight in dragon's flame. But I believe I have gone too far. The king's brother, Jarlan, who was personally responsible for perpetrating most of the crown's inhumanities, I caught him in the middle of unspeakable horrors. There were scores of people tortured by his hand. I knew his victims would be in great pain until their inevitable end, and with no hope of recovery. And I ended their suffering in an instant, with the blaze so hot nothing was left. So hot the stone walls flowed. Oh, I feel it was right and merciful, but I took innocent lives today, Verdia. My heart is so heavy. Your embrace strengthens me, but I fear you will never embrace me again when I tell you what else I've done. It is not just for this that I seek redemption. No. Reeling from what I knew I must do, I was so distraught, so repugned by that monster's conduct and what I was forced to do that I was not merciful. And now I am ashamed. I dare not ask you for comfort. No, Verdia. As a knight, I had charter to deal righteous punishment for crimes I knew to be unerringly true. It was a duty I loathed but knew to be necessary, and I treated it with great respect, but this... No, do not ask. You have a right to know as queen, yes. I was so incensed by his brutality, by his disregard for the lives of those around him. I allowed myself to unleash my vengeance. No, it was more than execution. It was torture. I rent his hands and then his arms. I crushed his ribs. I seared his flesh. And to force him to linger in that moment of excruciation, I dragged him screaming into the shadows. To leave him living and reliving that unspeakable anguish in the darkness, alone, in the space between here and there available to a spectral dragon with no connection to the passage of time. He is still there, to his perception suffering for an eternity. I cannot ask forgiveness for such horrors. Further, as I returned here and I reflected on my actions, I realized it was not the dragon's influence to perpetrate this atrocity. It was human. I don't know what I've become. I cast aside the code I've held so dear. Oh, my humanity seems forfeit. What am I? Perhaps it was just Verdia, but the punishment for wickedness inflicted by the just cannot be more wickedness. What have I done? I fear myself. I fear what I could do in a moment of weakness with the power of a dragon. And I most fear what I might unintentionally do to you. You seem so calm. How can you... Oh, you knew. You knew I'd be distressed, but not why. Because it was the dragon's act, not the man's. Could you not have warned me? Oh, I understand. Then you bore a burden too, far longer than me. I'm so sorry, Verdia. For you to say that I was right, that there's nothing to forgive. Do you not fear me? I see. I am not worthy of your affections. Thank you, my queen. So, with this action taken, how long do you wait for them to decide between flight or conflict before choosing for them? A fortnight it shall be. And what of us? Do you still wish to bind yourself to one so dangerous? Yes, of course, I do feel remorse, and will be that much more careful in the future, yet can that be enough? Is my humanity's role only that of regretful hindsight? Oh, my dearest, of course, this time with you has been the most treasured in my many years, including the eons of existence solely as a dragon. The careful planning of your return to the throne, the nights spent laughing and storytelling and sharing hopes with your court, the time spent here in your chamber listening to your voice, gazing into your eyes, kissing your lips, holding you close. Surely you can tell how special this time has been to me. Need you even ask? But my desires are no consequence in this. This is a royal marriage of which we speak. Assuredly, being a king consort is not a true king, yes, but living in privilege and being able to enforce my whim on anyone with my station, combined with what I can do, the absolute destruction I can wreak. Verdia, of course, I want to be with you. Is that enough to warrant the risks? Is love enough to overlook all of... Oh. Yes, I do love you. But you cannot let this sway how... Wait. Stop. Your startled expression just now. Did you not foresee this? Foresee me telling you how I feel? No. Be that true, are my actions cursed? Should I leave your side? Or is this a sign to press further? I don't... You leave this decision to me? I choose to believe I can do anything for your sake, including controlling myself. I choose to pursue happiness. I choose you. We must stop before I take a queen's virtue. Well, that is the sacred privilege of her king, yes? That's me? Verdia, do you want me? Then come with me. This couple gets together on Patreon, available now, and their story will conclude soon here on YouTube.